नमस्कार दोस्तों, मेरा नाम है करम योगी दिवाकर बोथरा और मैं आप सबका स्वागत करता हूं अपनी सीरीज सोशियोलॉजी इन 10 मिनट्स। चैप्टर हम कर रहे हैं स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन, चैप्टर नंबर 5। टॉपिक है आज एथनिसिटी एंड रेस एज अ फॉर्म ऑफ स्ट्रैटिफिकेशंस। अगर सब टॉपिक देखो तो डायमेंशंस ऑफ स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन, उसके नीचे कास्ट क्लास और स्टेटस हमने ऑलरेडी किया है और आज एथनिसिटी और रेस करेंगे और इसके बाद वाले एपिसोड में मैं जेंडर एज अ फॉर्म ऑफ स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन डिस्कस करूंगा। एपिसोड नंबर है 46। आई होप ये 45 एपिसोड इससे पहले जो रहे, it has seriously helped you in your preparation as far as the discipline of sociology with respect to UPSC is concerned. अब एथनिसिटी एंड रेस एज अ फॉर्म ऑफ स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन हम देखें तो इससे पहले हमें जानना पड़ेगा कि व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज द मीनिंग ऑफ एथनिसिटी। एथनिसिटी रेफर्स टू कल्चरल आइडेंटिटी। The concept of ethnicity is difficult to largely be it's difficult to arrest the concept of ethnicity within a particular aspect or within a particular with a particular characteristics. Why? Because ethnicity can largely come out of culture, can come out of religion, can come out of water, Kaveri disputes, ethnic identities, language, can come out from various other manifestations such as food, clothing, etc. Therefore, Varghesian Khaka advocates that ethnicity is a stretchable identity, that many factors can largely lead to the development of ethnic consciousness among the people residing in a particular society, belonging to a particular community, following a particular aspects of cultural belief systems and ritual practices. So, ethnicity in simplest most term refers to a cultural identity. Up to what extent ethnicity is actually can help us in understanding the stratification of a society. आपको अच्छे से पता है stratification का मतलब होता है ranked arrangement of social groups which can be based on different criteria. Here we are talking about क्या ethnicity हमें modern society के stratification को समझने में मददगार साबित होती है। क्या हम ethnicity के बेसिस पे society के stratified जो ग्रुप्स है या जो रैंक्ड अरेंजमेंट है स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन उसे समझ सकते हैं क्या? इफ यू लुक इनटू द मॉडर्नाइजेशन स्कूल ऑफ टॉनी and others, you will find that the modernization school believed that with the rise of rationality, the ascribed identities would largely be sidelined and the merit or the achieved identity would become the basis of ranking the social groups in society. अस्क्राइब्ड आइडेंटिटी में मेजरली आपका आता है जेंडर, एथनिसिटी, रेस, कास्ट। मॉडर्नाइजेशन स्कूल ये मानती थी कि जैसे जैसे मॉडर्न सोसाइटी आएगी रैशनैलिटी बढ़ती जाएगी और रैशनैलिटी बढ़ने के कारण जो ग्रुपिंग होगी उसकी रैंकिंग अब कोई एस्क्राइब्ड फैक्टर पे नहीं, एक मेरिट बेसिस पे होगी। क्या इस मॉडर्नाइजेशन स्कूल की ये एथनिसिटी एज अ फॉर्म ऑफ स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन आज भी मॉडर्न सोसाइटी का स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन समझा सकता है या फिर आज के टाइम में क्लास और स्टेटस ही डोमिनेट करता है? यूपीएससी ने क्वेश्चंस पूछे हैं लेकिन उस लेवल पे कॉम्प्लेक्स क्वेश्चंस नहीं पूछे। कल क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है कि क्लास स्टेटस आर नाउ मोर विग्रस फॉर्म ऑफ स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन व्हेन कंपेयर टू एथनिसिटी एंड रेस। डू यू एग्री? क्या ये सच है? क्या ये दिखाई दे रहा है? ये स्टार्ट करने से पहले मैं सीएच कूले जो सिंबॉलिक इंट्रैक्शनिस्ट है उनका एक स्टेटमेंट देना चाहता हूं। आई एम नॉट व्हाट आई एम, व्हाट आई थिंक आई एम नॉट व्हाट यू थिंक आई एम व्हाट आई थिंक यू थिंक आई एम। इसका मतलब मैं क्या हूं वो डिपेंड करता है कि आप मेरे बारे में क्या सोच रहे हो और उसको मैं किस तरीके से लेता हूं वो मेरी आइडेंटिटी दर्शाता है। तो मॉडर्नाइजेशन स्कूल बोलती है एथनिसिटी रेस जैसे फॉर्म्स नहीं स्ट्रॉन्ग रहेंगे मॉडर्न सोसाइटी में क्योंकि मेरिट बेस्ड सोसाइटी हो जाएगी, डेमोक्रेटिक सोसाइटी रहेगी, रैशनल फॉर्मल रूल बेस्ड सोसाइटी रहेगी। But since an individual identity to a very greater extent is also manufactured because through the process of socialization and culture, and the ethnicity and race has been always an intrinsic part of our cultural upbringings, underpinnings. In such circumstances, we often see that the ethnicity as a form of stratification have remained very prominent in understanding the divisions or the ranked grouping present in modern societies. Not only in the traditional times, the ethnicity led to the formation of nation states. Even in contemporary time, ethnicity is one of the primary instrument of largely stratifying the society on the basis of various aspects. For example, Helen Zia advocated that I am beautiful, I am educated, I have a good job, but I still remain an invisible entity because Zia belonged to a different ethnic identities when compared to the ethnic identities in which ethnic identity which dominated in the society in which she lived. Similarly, Anthony Giddens, with respect to the Society of Britain, advocates the ethnicization of workforce remains an important basis of largely determining one's occupations, further indicating that ethnicity still serves as a primary purpose or primary instrument of demarcating we and others. Hence, if you look into both of these scholars, they clearly show that even in the modern society, ethnicity remains vigorous. Ethnicity remains one of the strongest factor of largely demarcating and ranking the society. But however, the nature of ethnicity which was dominating in the earlier society is way different from the type of ethnicity which we live in. Steve Fenton talked about two types of ethnicities, hot ethnicity and cold ethnicity. Steve Fenton. हॉट ethnicity is one where people are born conscious of their ethnic identities कि वो जन्म से ही conscious होते हैं अपनी ethnic identity के बारे में. Maybe that are North Indian versus South Indian, maybe that Kannadigas versus Tamilians, or maybe that Assamese versus Cookies, or maybe any other forms of identities. Cold ethnicity is one where the people are not conscious of their ethnic identities, but they largely or subtly use their ethnic identities in order to gain benefits. Take an example. फेंटन ने एग्जाम्पल दिया था कि कैसे a particular businessman largely uses his own ethnic identities not because he's conscious of his ethnic identities or the cultural practices, but because in order to gain better business. Many business organizations today largely try to identify themselves with their respective ethnic identities not in order to promote that ethnic consciousness, but in order to largely promote their business. Earlier, the ethnicity largely remained hot ethnic identities where people were born conscious, internally conscious of their ethnic identities, but in contemporary time, although ethnicity serves as an important instrument of stratifications, but however, this nature of stratification based on ethnicity have drastically changed, where the hot ethnic identities have today been replaced by cold ethnic identities where you would have to make people conscious of their ethnic identities. They are not always conscious of their ethnic identities. Similarly, अगर हम race as a form of stratification देखें, तो race का मतलब क्या होता है? Race largely refers to a group of people who are biologically different. एक simplest term में race का ये meaning होता है, a group of people who are biologically different. कि किसी एक particular रेस को आप डिफरेंट बताते हो बिकॉज देयर बायोलॉजिकल फीचर्स आर डिफरेंट. दैट कुड बी ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ जेनेटिक्स, दैट कुड बी ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ कलर ऑफ द स्किन, दैट कुड बी ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ देयर फिजिकल एट्रीब्यूट्स. वो चाहे नोज का साइज हो, फोरहेड हो, प्यूपल का साइज हो, नॉस्ट्रिल्स का साइज हो, स्किन का कलर हो, या फिर ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ देयर जेनेटिक सुप्रीमेसीज व्हिच मेनी टाइम्स हैव बीन प्रोफेस्ड इन ऑर्डर टू लार्जली रूल एस्टैब्लिश अ रूल ऑफ अ डिक्टेटर और एन ऑटोक्रेट. रेस एज अ फॉर्म ऑफ स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन है क्या आज? द मॉडर्नाइजेशन स्कूल ऑफ ट्वानी एंड अदर्स एडवोकेटेड कि रेस इज नो मोर अ suitable instrument to understand the stratification in the Western societies, as the race has today been replaced because of the democratic societies which have been established, which are more egalitarian in character. ये एरिक्सन भी यही बोलते हैं कि कैसे देयर हैज बीन सो मच इंटरब्रीडिंग अमंग द वेरियस रेशियल कम्युनिटीज दैट इट इज डिफिकल्ट टू सस्टेन द आर्ग्यूमेंट ऑफ रेशियल सुप्रीमेसी, एंड देयरफॉर द रेस डज नॉट define the stratificational systems of a particular society. But however, there are a set of sociologists who largely reject and they advocate that race still remains a very important instrument of stratification. For example, Sorokin in the study of race and mobility indicated that how the degree of mobility experienced by people is directly impacted by the racial backgrounds which they largely have. The mobility among the blacks largely have remained not sustainable. They have largely at the best faced mobility, relative mobility, not absolute mobility. Garner advocates that race not only it's not dead, but it has become more stronger. It has expanded. As Garner advocates, the race today is identified not just on the basis of color, but it is largely having an understanding of more broader nature, where Garner equated Islamophobia also with the concept of race. Ratansi advocates hard racism and new racism. Hard racism was absolute demarcation of superiority and inferiority. New racism is in the form of subtle discrimination faced by the black peoples in their day-to-day life. Anderson advocates that how ghetto is largely considered as a place where the blacks live. It means that the blacks are still considered as the people of a racial community living in a particular set of places, indicating कि कैसे हमने stereotypical understanding develop की है with particular respective racial communities, that these are the communities which lives in ghetto. ये कैसे कहा जा सकता है कि ghetto में सिर्फ blacks रहते हैं? ये understanding ही अपने आप में बताता है कि किस तरीके से blacks आज भी बहुत सारी discriminations face करते हैं in the modern western societies. Du Bois, a black feminist, clearly advocates that the problem of the 20th century is the problem of color line. कि कहीं ना कहीं still we often see that the blacks largely becomes the victims of status inconsistencies, double harmonics with respect to women's, where the women's largely becomes victim of both racial and gender ideologies. Status inconsistency का मतलब होता है कि blacks may have higher status because of their positions, but at the same time they would also largely become the victim of racial discriminations because of their racial identity. For example, अगर एक इंजीनियर या डॉक्टर या साइंटिस्ट है जो ब्लैक है, ब्लैक साइंटिस्ट, ब्लैक इंजीनियर और ब्लैक डॉक्टर, तो उसके प्रोफेशन के बेसिस पे हिज स्टेटस इज हाई इन दैट सोसाइटी, बट बिकॉज ऑफ द बेसिस ऑफ हिज रेशियल आइडेंटिटीज उसका स्टेटस लो होता है सोसाइटी में. चाहे आप इनमें से कोई स्कॉलर उठाओ, चाहे इनमें से उठाओ, चाहे एंथनी गिडेंस उठाओ, चाहे हेलन जिया उठाओ, यू वुड सी दैट कि रेस एंड एथनिसिटी हैव स्टिल रिमेन्ड अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बेसिस ऑफ स्ट्रैटिफाइंग द सोसाइटी. The prediction of the modernist largely did not come true, that with the rise of rationality, with the rise of meritocracy, the race and ethnic identities would give space to class and status identities. Today, the class and the status are in a way influenced on the basis of one's ascribed identities. कि किस हद तक आपकी शिक्षा होगी, किस हद तक आपका ऑनर होगा, बहुत हाई लेवल तक आज भी आपके एथनिक और रेशियल आइडेंटिटी से इन्फ्लुएंस होते हैं. Even in India, we often see that the race may not have been a very stronger factor of demarcating the Indian society, but however, the racial underpinnings can sometimes be seen, where we often see that a particular people, racial identity people are branded or stereotyped from a particular or labeled from a particular perspectives. Best Bureau committee ने बोला कि चिंकी word बोलना should be considered as a criminal offense. This committee was set up by government of India, I think roughly somewhere around 2014 or 15. Best Bureau committee shows कि कैसे चिंकी जैसे words indicate करते हैं racial hatred. It may not be a hatred as such, but at least it questions the identity of the people. और कमिटी बोलती है कि ये वर्ड यूज करना ये क्रिमिनल ऑफेंस होना चाहिए, बिकॉज दिस इज लार्जली ब्रांडिंग अ पर्टिकुलर रेशियल पीपल एंड ब्रांडिंग देम और लेबलिंग देम फ्रॉम अ पर्टिकुलर नेगेटिव पर्सपेक्टिव्स.